Hello guys, welcome back to Mr. English Talks. Today we're going to learn how to manage your money like the rich, not by copying someone's fancy lifestyle, but by copying their systems. People with real wealth don't rely on luck or magic. They use simple routines that work even on busy days. I'll keep the English clear, the steps practical, and the stories real. This is educational, not financial advice. Always consider your situation and talk to a professional if you need to. Ready? Let's turn your money from stress into strength. Let me start with a story of two friends with the same salary. Neil and Sana both earn decent income in a big city. Neil feels rich on payday, so he upgrades fast. He gets a new phone on EMI, a car on loan, food deliveries most nights, and 4 subscriptions he barely opens. By day 20, he is checking his bank app with a small fear. When a tire bursts, he uses a credit card and says, "I'll pay it later." Months pass. The balance grows. He works hard but feels stuck. Sana plays it differently. On day 1, she sets automatic transfers, a little for an emergency fund, a little for long-term investments, and the rest for bills and life. She keeps her rent sensible, cooks most days, negotiates her internet plan, and spends on a few things she truly loves. She also learns one skill for 30 minutes 4 times a week and makes tiny projects she can show at work. After a year, nothing looks viral on Instagram, but her reality is strong. No scary debt, a calm savings cushion, simple investments working in the background, and higher income because of skills and proof. Same salary, different system. That's managing money like the rich. The first mindset you must adopt is this: systems beat willpower. Rich people don't depend on feeling strong every day. They build a structure that does the heavy lifting for them. Pay yourself first is the heart of this structure. Before you pay rent, before you buy coffee, pay your future. Set an automatic transfer on payday to a separate savings account for emergencies and another small automatic contribution to a simple, diversified investment. If your employer offers a match on retirement contributions, capture the full match if you can. Treat those transfers like rent to your future self. You won't miss small amounts you never see, but they will change your life. The second principle is to protect your downside. Getting rich and staying rich are different games, and the first rule of both is don't go broke. Build an emergency fund so a flat tire, a slow month, or a medical bill doesn't become a crisis. Aim for 1 month of essential expenses first, then move toward 3 to 6 months as your life allows. Keep this money in a simple, safe account, separate from your spending money. Avoid high-interest debt like credit cards. Interest on those balances is a fire that eats your future. If you're already in it, pick a payoff plan and stick to it. You can target the highest interest rate first, avalanche, or the smallest balance first for quick wins, snowball. When one debt is gone, roll the payment to the next. Also protect yourself with basic insurance that fits your situation: health, term life if others depend on your income, and disability where available. Boring protection is what lets you sleep. The third principle is to own assets that grow while you sleep. Rich people buy things that pay them. A car loses value. A phone loses value. Assets like diversified index funds, strong businesses, or simple rental properties can grow and produce income over time. You don't have to be a stock picker or a land expert to start. In many countries, a low-cost, broad-market index fund held for a long time is a simple, powerful strategy. Contribute a small amount every month automatically through all market moods. This steady approach is called dollar-cost averaging. Time in the market beats timing the market for most normal people. The key is to keep costs low, stay diversified, and think in years, not weeks. The fourth principle is to master cash flow with awareness, not punishment. You don't have to track every rupee forever. You do need to see where your money goes and choose on purpose. Try a simple 4-bucket system many wealthy people secretly use: bills, buffer, build, and fun. Bills is for all your fixed costs: rent, utilities, transport, groceries, debt payments. Buffer is your emergency fund, and short-term sinking funds for lumpy expenses like insurance premiums, car service, or annual renewals. Build is your investments for the future. Fun is for joy you can enjoy guilt-free. Pay the first 3 buckets automatically. Spend the fun bucket with a smile, and when it's empty, it's empty. This stops the monthly guilt game and protects your progress. The fifth principle is to raise your savings rate gently over time. In your early years, what you save and invest matters more than your exact investment return. Use the 1% rule. Every month or quarter, increase your automatic savings and investments by 1%. If you don't feel it, add another 1% next time. In a year, you'll be saving much more with very little pain. Also, block lifestyle creep. When income rises, don't let your costs rise just as fast. Keep your lifestyle steady for a few months and send the raise to your future. Live like a happy middle-class person while you earn like a higher-class person. That gap is your freedom. The sixth principle is to cut leaks and negotiate. Rich people hate waste. Once a quarter, do a 30-minute audit. Cancel subscriptions you don't use. Downgrade plans you don't need. Call your internet or phone provider and ask for a better rate. You'll be surprised how often it works if you're polite and prepared. Cook more at home, especially on weeknights. Batch cook once and eat twice. Bring a bottle of water instead of buying plastic. Small leaks become big holes over years. Patch them now and move that money to your build bucket. The seventh principle is to earn more by becoming more valuable. You can only cut spending so far, but income has no ceiling. The wealthy invest in skills, systems, and relationships. Pick one compounding skill: clear writing, data basics, public speaking, sales conversations, or using AI as your co-pilot, and give it 30 minutes 4 days a week. Create tiny projects that prove your skill and show them to the right people. At work, keep a wins file with numbers and dates. Use it to ask for better projects, and when the time is right, a raise. If your current room has a low ceiling, prepare to move rooms. Outside work, test a small service in your spare time. One paid client, even at a low price, builds confidence and creates a seed you can water. The rich don't only spend less, they increase the size of the pie. The eighth principle is to spend with intention and joy. Wealth is what you don't see, the money you didn't spend, the calm you feel. The options you quietly built, but money is also for life. Decide what matters to you and spend there without guilt. Cut brutally on the rest. If travel is your love, build a travel sinking fund and put money into it monthly. If you don't care about cars, don't buy a new one to impress strangers. Use a 24-hour rule for wants. Wait a day before buying. Most impulses fade, true desires remain. The rich are not anti-spending, they are pro-alignment. Now let's put this into a simple rhythm you can actually live. Start with a Money Monday routine that takes 20 minutes. Check your accounts, pay bills that are due, move money to your buckets if needed, and glance at your wins file to remind yourself why you're doing this. Add a Wealth Wednesday, half-hour for learning. Read a chapter of a good money book, watch a trusted video, or improve a skill that raises your income. Finish with a Freedom Friday, 5-minute reflection. What went well? What leak did I fix? And what small step will I take next week? Consistency beats intensity. These tiny appointments keep your mind connected to your goals without heavy pressure. I want to give you a 30, 60, 90-day plan to feel a real shift. In the first 30 days, set your buckets, automate a small pay-yourself-first amount, and build a 1-month emergency cushion. Reduce your fixed costs by 10% by canceling and negotiating. Track your net worth once at the end of the month on one piece of paper. Assets minus debts, no drama. In days 31-60, keep the system running and attack high-interest debt with focus. Add your Wealth Wednesday learning habit and build one tiny proof project at work to show value. In days 61-90, set up your simple, diversified investment with a monthly automatic contribution. If your employer offers a match, try to capture it. Ask for a raise with your proof or explore a better role if needed. By day 90, your cash will feel calmer, your debts smaller or gone, your investments will be running in the background, and your income engine will be stronger. That's how rich habits feel from the inside: calm, steady, and quietly compounding. Let me share another quick story to bring this home. Priya and Kabir married with many dreams and many EMIs. They decided to act like quiet rich. They listed their fixed costs, cut what they didn't use, and sold the second car that sat idle. They set up 4 buckets and automatic transfers on payday. Priya learned presentation skills and asked to lead client demos. In 3 months, her manager expanded her role. Kabir built a weekend photography mini-service and got his first 2 paid gigs through a friend. They didn't stop living. They made weekly homemade dinners feel special and budgeted for one date night out. After a year, their net worth was positive, their debt was controlled, their investments were growing, and most importantly, they felt free to make choices without fear. That is what managing money like the rich actually looks like. No fireworks, just steady fire. A A few gentle reminders before we close. Taxes and laws differ by country. If you can use legal tax-advantaged accounts, learn the basics and take advantage in a clean, honest way. Fees matter more than you think. Keep investment costs low. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes and hot tips that promise guaranteed returns. If someone can't explain the risk, don't put your future there. Talk openly with your partner or family about money. Set shared goals and make a plan together. Money fights are often planning problems in disguise. And please remember, your money habit is not your worth. You are learning. Be kind to yourself and keep going. Here is your first tiny action. Tonight, open your notes and list your fixed monthly costs. Spot one item to cancel or downgrade. Set a small automatic transfer on your next payday, even $5 or a few hundred rupees to your emergency bucket. Put a calendar reminder for your first Money Monday. Tomorrow, spend 15 minutes learning a skill that raises your income and write one sentence in your wins file about what you improved today. These moves look small. They are seeds. Water them for 90 days and watch the garden grow. You don't need to be born rich to manage money like the rich. You need systems that pay you first, protect your downside, own assets that grow, raise your value, and keep your spending aligned with what you truly love. Do this most months, and your future self will thank you with a calm smile and real choices. Thank you for spending your time with me at Mr. English Talks. Keep your habits steady, your costs smart, your skills rising, and your investments simple. Your money will start working as hard as you do. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.